Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were far up here in the northern reaches of Angmar at Tarmoon Sursa. Right up here in the very suburbs of Carn Dum itself. We were speaking to Gwathryn. We had managed to go forth and defeat the gatekeeper and get the ring from him. Not the ring. Whoa. We haven't gotten that far along yet. We managed to get the key from him that will allow us to continue to try and get Laerdan out of his captivity. So we have an instance coming up here, Laerdan's escape. And we need to talk to Gwathryn. Are you prepared to enter Sameth Ball? It will be a dangerous journey. Ready yourself. This quest is meant for a fellowship. So we will pull up our map here right quick. Sameth Ball, if you remember, we had to travel all the way up the road toward Carn Dum till we got to a side point here. Got to a side area here where we were killing jailers and poisoners. And Sameth Ball was over here. If we continued straight, we would have gone through into the gates of Carn Dum itself. But there's almost an impressive gate over here. And that is where we are going to go. Sameth Ball. So we are going to travel there now and see how this mission goes.
Ain, the questioner left behind at Baratiron, reveals that Laerdan had been moved from Anuminas and taken to Sameth Baur in Angmar. Time is running short for the Elf Lord.
All right, let's take a look around. Ensure that we are, in fact, the only people on this journey. Looks like we have a poisoner, a guard, and a jailer. Keep messing with those bodies, and more of them will have you up for questioning. Alright, it's worth a shot here. Always worth a shot to see if perhaps we can sneak by, but, you know, doubt it will happen. Ooh, blood leech. Doubt we will be able to sneak past these people without them seeing us. But let's try. Well, what do you know? I wonder if this is a sign that we will be able to continue along, sneaking through this section of all this here, without having to constantly fight everything we come across. Are we ever... We actually... Get up, I hear someone coming. The Tarkert prison guards. Wonder if we're going to be able to complete this as a burglar style. Wouldn't that be something? We get past without... Oop! And they've seen us. Alright, let's take care of the blood leech. And they are all going down pretty damn quick there. Let's get some fine weakness up, just in case. As we've seen before, it's not too difficult for us to take on 2 light blues at this moment by ourselves, without the inspiration bonus that we've been given. There we go. Even without the inspiration bonus, we can pretty much take on a couple of light blues by ourselves. So with the inspiration bonus, that gives us the force of a fellowship here. It shouldn't be too much of a danger until we get into something, you know, very powerful a little later on. Weakened armor. We got 34 seconds left on weakened armor. What is our other thing here? Poisoned lethargy. Another 40 seconds on poisoned lethargy. All right. Let's see what we're looking at up here ahead of us. Can we go back into sneak mode again? Even if we can't sneak past them, if we decide not to do that, it'll still be good to be in this mode so we can at least sneak up and get the backstab on people. Interesting. Any other areas? I guess this is the way we go. You can tell this is definitely the prison of Angmar, because when you see all the bodies lying about, the stench in here must be horrible. Can you just imagine? I mean, all these areas like this. Can you imagine being kept in a place like that? Full of filth and dead bodies. Alright, I think we're going to take on this jailer here. Just to kind of get him out of the way. We're going to take him on and get him out of the way so that we don't end up fighting him as well. Said none of them are going to be a terrible threat to us. Whoops. None of them are terrible threats, so we may as well take out a few as we go. And I do love it whenever the bonus kicks in, don't you as well? I've got the Elrond's gift up here, so we can right-click it and get that instant 662 morale. Right on up there with all our other morale boost and healing trips. Alright. We get past that. But why are we here guarding that elf? I said, look at this filth. Pieces of bodies. Moldering corpses. If anything gets up these stairs, Morven will have your hides. I wonder if the ones downstairs will activate if these guys see us. Okay, poisoners and jailers. See if we can get on past them. Nope, those saw us. Okay, you are gonna take on. We've been pretty successful as a, fairly successful as a burglar so far. Been surprised at our level of being able to take things out. Yeah, Pokutakor to you as well. I love Shakespeare. It always sounds better in the original Orcish. Now, I do believe we are getting closer. Yeah, there's Morven over there. There's Laerdan. Let's take a look here. Look at those things. Angmarum Bloodletter Elder. As you see, they torture and... What's this? More prisoners? It seems you have bested my guards, but that is of little consequence. Were you sent here for the elf? It matters not. You would tell me all that you need to know. You would tell me all that you know before I deliver you to Amarthiel. Okay. I think we can do this. Let's find weakness on this creature. And see if we can take down more of it. We have spoken before. Do you think you can best me? We shall see. We've spoken before about Angmar's penchant for curvy, voluptuous women here. Must we continue with this game? Well, yes, we must, because I am definitely in the mood to play it again. You will be tortured until you tell me all you know. Uh-oh. Taking a little damage to the boots. Okay, we've defeated Morven, which is fine. Of course, I guess Laerdan perhaps is not in a position to really help us this time. At this point, with all these guys hitting on me, and not really getting anywhere, and my just nailing them down, it becomes almost a Monty Python farce. more to go. The corpse crawler will go down very quickly. Let's take down the last blood crawler. Blood letter. Alright, is that it? I believe that's it. You're gonna hear us talk about the sixth prisoner effect here again in just a moment. You know, we've talked about it before. It's an old cartoon from, well, Penny Arcade did a cartoon of it. I don't think they're the ones that actually came up with it, but they talked about a quest in World of Warcraft, and I remember quest just like it in EverQuest, where it was like you were sent forth, you had to bring back 5 prisoners, but there were 7 or 8 in the dungeon. You weren't given a choice to rescue the 7th and 8th, though. You were only given a choice to rescue 5. So it looks here. We're going to rescue Laerdan, but apparently we're going to leave all these people to their fate. Let's see if that's the way it's going to turn out here. Oh, poor Laerdan. You look pretty shattered there, my friend. Laerdan is nearly unconscious and wounded. He must be taken to Rivendell for Elrond for you to doubt that he will survive without his aid. Let's travel there now. I was kind of expecting a voiceover, but instead we get a quick travel to Rivendell, don't we? You have done great deeds, Gnarlo. Well, that's what you have to do when elves let you down. Chapter 12, Laerdan's Escape.
Hope is not in vain.
Gnarlo, you have made a long journey with a great burden. Rest here for a while. Okay, I'm going to look through these. We know we're not going to take the longbow as far as anything other than yard trash. And this is yard trash. And that's yard trash, although that's the one we're going to grab if it's just going to be for the money. Give me the money. 16 vitality, 16 will, 97 morale. You know, I like Elrond's gift, and Elrond gifts a blue. The other one's supposedly only a purple, and it's worth a lot less, but my God. Look at all those stats on it. Of course, it doesn't have the armor, but still, look at those stats on it. That's the one we will take, and we will figure out which one we want later.
Dark days are coming.
All right. Tidings of Narchuil, Chapter 7. You have done brave deeds that few others have accomplished, and for that you deserve great honor. Laerdan was badly injured and endured long torture, but he sleeps now, though fitfully, and often his thoughts turn back to dark places. Terrible woes were taken upon him by his tormentors. I fear that though his body may recover, his spirit may ever lie in anguish from their hellish tortures. Often now Laerdan calls out in his sleep to Namaleth and to Elbereth, and he is always searching for the ring Narchuil. But now trouble and doubt has taken me, for in his most troubled dreaming he cries aloud, claiming that the ring Narchuil is close at hand, and only in haste will it be recovered. Whether this is in truth some secret taken from the enemy in their folly, or whether it yet is another deceit of Amarthael, you must learn the truth. Laerdan has spoken of a place, Barad Dorgel. Seek out the Dunedain Gwathrin and recover Narchuil. Okay. We will be taking that, and we are going to travel all the way back to Tarmun Susa this time. I tell you, I like these swift travel areas here. I'm wondering whether or not they existed. I did not run through this in the past, this particular mission, back in the days before they made it so that you could, before they made it back, before you could solo the epic line. So I'm not sure if back then you got an automatic travel to Elrond or an automatic travel here, or whether you actually had to take the time to do it yourself.
How can I be of service?
Gnarlo, you have returned sooner than I expected, though I doubted not that you would at last return.
Might I take a moment of your time?
As usual, we'll take the healing. Okay, so we haven't gotten to the end of Book 12 yet. I was kind of thinking after we captured Laerdan that we might see might see a cutscene there, but apparently we are going to continue on. Perhaps we do actually have to not rescue, but capture Narchuil before it's going to allow us to finish this chapter. A tireless foe. The name Barad-dûragul is not unknown to me. It was one of the places my scouts first observed. At first it seemed that it was guarded by great watching stones, but it was not so, for the watching stones be silent, and they have no power over the minds of friend or foe. You should seek out news of these stones, for I believe that the enemy may be trying to draw us into a trap, not unlike the Ramas-Duelan. Doubtless the Angmarim gate wards outside of Barad-dûragul are waiting for our assault before snapping the doors shut behind us. Learn what you may, then return here to me. So we have another fellowship quest coming up here. Collect watching stone orders. Okay, so we need to travel over to Barad-dûragul, which is west of here. So we're going to travel back around there again and see if we can defeat some of the gate wards until we get some orders from them. All right. Easy enough. We will probably continue on with that now. Barad-dûragul. I wonder if that's going to be up here in this area. So we're going to travel down the road past Samath Ball over here and continue on up toward Carn Dum itself and see if that will take us to where we need to go. So once again, we will head closer to Carn Dum, travel on through the suburbs here, and when we get to something of note or we get jumped, we will let you know. Okay, everyone. Gnarlo is here. I had to take a short break to go do something for the wife, but we are back. Ahead of us, you see the gates, the courtyard, and beyond it, the gateway to Carn Dum itself. Now, off to the left of us over here, this is, what was this again? Let me get the name once again. Samath Ball, the Samath Ball Gatehouse. I wandered around all in this area. I got close to the gates of, went up and actually knocked on the gate of Carn Dum there. And it would let me in. It's a level 50 instance for a fellowship, so I don't think we actually want to go in there right now. But there were no other passages. So I got to looking around here on the map and everything. And as you see, there is a road that leads further up into the hills. So I think we have to come over here towards Samath Ball. Remember, this is where we came, killed the poisoners, killed the jailers. Right over here is the gatehouse, where we defeated the big troll and took the key away from him. You see the Samath Ball gatehouse. But what we are after is this road that leads higher up into the hills. I hadn't noticed that before when I was here, and like I said, only after I was wandering around here for a while. I even traveled almost all the way back. Even traveled back this way over here to Urgarth, and almost all the way back over here to the Hillman and Ranger outpost, looking for the tower here. Before I noticed on the map this particular area. It does keep going on up here, doesn't it? We can even cross that bridge. It looks like go to the outer towers of Carn Dum there as well. And I do not remember this particular area. I know I must have been up in here. I'm assuming I've been up here on my old dwarf, Glenoran, because he has finished the first volume. So I'm thinking that he must have come up this way too, but I really have no memories of it at the moment. So I'm hoping this is what leads us up in there. It looks like a tower there. That may very well be the one that we are looking for. What is its name again? Barad, whoops, wrong one. Barad Durgal. Let's keep looking until we see its name pop up here on the actual map. I bet killing some of these gatekeepers and all should allow us to get there. I wonder if these are some of the watching stones. That was the other reason why I knew the whole Carn Dum area over there was wrong, because I hadn't found any of these watchers. I'm wondering if that's them right up there. Yep, we have reached it. Barad Durgal. Quite the ugly place here, isn't it? Let's see what exactly it is that we need to fight. Defeat the gate wards and see what we can find out about these silent watching stones. So let's see if we can get a little bit closer to perhaps where the actual gate of it is. Wonder if we have to go back that way. There's a gatekeeper right there. Looks like another one off ahead of us. Yeah, let's get on through here. Get on through here before something happens to notice us. Let's try the gatekeeper here. See if we can find weakness and distract him. And see if perhaps he'll drop some of the gate orders that we're looking for. This must be one of the lesser minions of Angmar, as it is not a chesty lady. Lord, we know that the Witch King, or at least the False King, up here, seems to be like the ruler of South Korea right at the moment, and that he loves surrounding himself with chesty guards. Alright, it looks like we have found watching stone orders here. We have indeed. So that was nice and quick. Kill one of these gatekeepers, and there we go. We've got the orders. And that must be, yep, there's gates of Carn Dum up there. So we are going to travel back to the outpost. And take these back to Gwathrin. And see where that leads us on our journey here into the heart of Carn Dum. So we will see you when we get back to Gwathrin there. We have made it back. We are approaching the outpost once again. We've got a few things to sell over here, plus I need to go and repair my boots. It feels good to be playing again. I think y'all got my message yesterday. I had hoped to get this up yesterday afternoon, but we were having the AC replaced in our house, the central AC unit replaced in our house. So it took a bit longer than I thought it was going to. It ended up taking about 13 hours total for them to go up in the attic, rip out all the old system, and put in the new one. So by the end of the day, I was quite tired, not having my usual afternoon nap. So let's see what we can do. I still wonder what that light is up there. We will see what we can do to get up a couple of missions here. Now, let us talk to Gwathrin. See what he has to say. Yeah, no, Barad Durgal lies to the west of here. I guess we actually have to take the Watching Stone orders, don't we? There we go. Let's bring them to Gwathrin. Looks like something we can read. It is indeed. I have silenced the watching stones. They are to remain as such as long as the lady wishes quick passage into Barad Durgal. Failure will result in severe punishment. Any hindrance of the study of Narchuil would draw personal attention from the lady herself.
Greetings.
This news brings me hope, for if it is true, then we have indeed found the location of the ring Narchuil. If Elrond Half-Elven believes that you should be the one to recover it, I will not gainsay him.
Stay a moment.
And there we go, another fellowship quest. Another one that we will get an inspiration bonus for. Barad Durgal awaits. If we are to recover Narchuil from the hands of the enemy, it will take more than your courage alone. You will need to gather allies if you are to assault that keep. I will send Narcan ahead to scout the way. You should seek him out as soon as you enter into Barad Durgal. When you are ready to leave, come and speak with me again. Alright, quest is meant for fellowship. We will undertake it solo and get the inspiration bonus. Fantastic. Alright, we know what we are doing next time, people. Book 12, Chapter 9, Weapons of the Enemy. And traveling into Barad Durgal itself. Okay, that is where we are going to call it an episode for today. Thank you for coming along with the journey with me. I have enjoyed it this morning. We are going to go out with a smoke and a smile, and we will, in the next episode, travel into the instance of Barad Durgal and see if we can't get a little closer to finding Narchuil. So we will see you then. Thanks for watching, as always. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.